Well, I know most of you remember the FBI report, as we see here, and it says that black identity extremists likely motivated to target law enforcement officers. Now, we don't have to go through all of this. We already discussed this, but this is what's more important. Now, if black identity extremists are likely motivated to target law enforcement officers, then why did Mr. Hollis Daniels, the NeanderThug of the hour, went and killed a Texas Tech University police officer? Wow. I didn't think that NeanderThugs do that to police. Come on now. They respect the police. They believe in Blue Lives Matter. But let's read a little bit on why this NeanderThug did this. It says Hollis Daniels, a 19-year-old college student at Texas Tech, is the accused shooter of a campus police officer who was gunned down in the police headquarters, according to the local newspaper Lubbock Online. Police had not yet formally released the identity of the gunman, but the internet got a hold to it real quick and put it out. Who was taken into custody around 9:30 p.m. after fleeing on foot, but the newspaper and other media outlets reported on Twitter shortly after news of the shooting broke, causing panic throughout the lockdown campus. Now, the Texas Tech police officer was shot and killed in the headquarters of the campus police department. Social media reports flooded in of a possible active shooter, but thus far there was no reports of anyone else being shot. The identity of the slain officer has not been yet released. Shooting started with a student welfare check, the university said. So this is the NeanderThug here. Now, in the statement, campus police said that the incident started when Texas Tech police made a student welfare check. Upon entering the room, officers found evidence of drugs and drug paraphernalia, a statement from the university revealed. So he was a NeanderThug and a drug user at a college campus. Officers brought the suspect to the police station for a standard debriefing. During this time, the suspect pulled a gun and shot the officer in the head. The officer is deceased. The suspect fled on foot and is currently still at large. Texas Tech University campus is on lockdown, said the statement from the Texas Tech campus PR. So let me tell you something about this. Now, if it would have been a brother and they'd have found drugs and drug paraphernalia, do you think we would have been escorted to the police station they have there on campus, not in handcuffs? He had a gun on him. They didn't pat him down. Let's just think about this. They found drugs. They didn't search him. Obviously, he wasn't in handcuffs. He had a gun on him, and a police officer lost his life. You see, police officers all over this country are extremely lax around their own, especially the NeanderThug. And this is why the NeanderThug take out more police every year, more than any other race in this country. You see how they police black people is how they really should be policing their own. Because black people, as you know, we're not going to go fool with no police. Even the hardest thug in the hood is not going to fool with a police officer. We all know this. But they try to make up a lie and make up that the black man is the boogeyman when the evidence don't back that up. See, you put out a report talking about black identity extremists and we going to do something to law enforcement. But it wasn't even not even a few days later that your own once again did something to cops. And I promise you this, anytime I hear something happen to cops, I'm going to check it out. And if it's one of these NeanderThugs, I'm going to talk about it, because you're not going to sit up here and put out lies on the black community. Them days of you putting out propaganda against black people are over, because we have a way to push back now. Now, they showed the arrest records show that Daniels had prior contact with campus police, and students were told to take shelter. Now, his online arrest records show that Daniels was allegedly arrested by Texas Tech campus police in September 2016. Now, stop right there. He was arrested. Okay. Now let's scroll down. He was arrested again for drug possession and possession of drug paraphernalia. It's not clear how the case was resolved. His mugshot was also taken in another jurisdiction for a traffic offense. So check this out. They caught him with drugs back in September. He wasn't suspended from the college. He obviously wasn't doing no jail time. and they just let him right back on the college campus. You see, this is what we talk about white privilege. This is it right there. Because you know good and well a brother or a sister would not be allowed to be in the school where they have drugs, and they'll be doing some sort of jail time. This is Texas. They'll throw the book at you. But once again, here we go. I knew of a guy that got caught, white guy, got caught with a gun, a 9mm gun, crystal meth, and a scale. Usually when you get caught with all that, you're gone. Guess what? He got right out in 3 months. That don't happen to black people. This is why the prison population is full of black people and not all these NeanderThugs who's committing crimes against cops and so on. Because this one should have been in prison, but yet he got to continue to stay in school. And because they give them second chance and 100 chances to continue to do crimes, that's why a police officer lost his life a little bit more than a year later at the hands of the same guy who was fooling with drugs. Now they talk about down here, the students were told to go in the shelter and the incident broke. As you see all the stuff here, they say a SWAT team secured the campus looking for the gunman. All the chaos this guy created. But as we stated before, this guy right here, and you look at the history, you look at how many officers were killed by gunfire, and it's guys that resemble Hollis Daniels, because they don't know how to actually be policed like black people are policed. You see, human nature says this: if there's no consequences for my actions, I get emboldened and do more. Now, black people are over policed. We don't get to do and say what they get to do and say. So this is why we don't do certain things more than others. But they will lie in the media. They will take the little few people who are doing wrong, magnify that times 2,000 and say, oh, this is the norm in the black community, which is a bold-faced lie. It's not. But Hollis Daniels is at Texas Tech being a dopehead, being a NeanderThug, having a gun. He gets caught in September. He get caught again, and now a cop is dead. But yet, remember, let's go pull this back up. Hold on. But black identity extremists are likely motivated to target law enforcement officers. I guess that wasn't a black identity extremist that shot a cop in the head tonight, was it? See, brothers and sisters, this is the thing. Knowing the truth will set you free. And see, the problem they're having with us now is that you can put out the truth for what it is. This just happened. And I said, ooh, this just happened. I'm putting this out quick as possible. Spread this. Let everybody know that this NeanderThug, Hollis Daniels, killed a Texas Tech University cop. It wasn't a black person who have a love for themselves or promote schools or promote African identity or try to latch on more to who we really are as a people and not a slave ideology they tried to give us. It wasn't that. It was Hollis Daniels here, who was given multiple chances and still committed a crime worse than the drugs that he already had. So share the video. Let everyone know about this. Like the commentary, subscribe for more news stories.